Hi dear everyone, MEM School of Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering, online class, Mechatronics subject, unit number 4, chapter 6. Myself, Saravanan, Assistant Professor in Mechatronics. So, so let's see selection of PLC. So in this unit, we discussed more topics like what is PLC, so what are the types of PLC, which one is best, then what is the control process, then what are the programming types of PLC, then what are the instruction set available in PLC, then real-time application of PLC like that we discussed. Now, how to select the PLC. In market, we have more kind of more number of PLC available, okay, for industrial purpose or small industrial purpose like that they have. How to select the PLC? We cannot use a higher end PLC with the lower end industry like that. We cannot use. Okay, then how to select? First, we need to define the cost. So cost of the PLC is depend. So depend. Okay, because we are manufacturing low level industry means we cannot afford more number of PLC. Depend on the cost we need to define select the PLC. So as well as depend on the input and output module. Okay, depend on the input and the output module. So how much inputs we are going to get? That is how much in a sensor or how much switches are we are going to get the data from a input module. So like that we need to define. Then output module. What kind of output module we are going to connect? So like that we need to define the input and output modules. Okay, then power supply requirements of the devices, because most of the input and output modules not require 230 volt. So may if you are using a PLC as a 230 volt means it will affect the systems. Or we need to define the power supply consumptions. Okay, then that is like that we need to consider. So first one is types of input and output required. That is isolation, output board power supply for input and output ports. Then signal condition, because that PLC will not produce any external noises, because we are going to get the data from sensor. That is small amount of sensor value we are going to get. So we are amplifying the value. That is signaling the value. So we need to uh, reduce the noise in the circuit. Okay, that is signal condition. Then input output capacity required. Input and output capacity. That is how much input we are going to give, how much output we are going to get. Output like that we are going to require. Then size of the memory required. So linked with number of input output and the complexity of the program used. Memory, it is the main concept, because we are using different kind of memory, ROM, RAM, then some registers we will use. Okay, to define the size, because if we are using more number of uh, applications, mean we need to use different applications of different memories. Okay, so sometimes memory will be erased, that is EEPROM, like that we need to use. Then speed and power, this is the main concept. Okay, speed and power required for CPU. That is, so we cannot we can use slow speed CPU for the high speed devices. Okay, like that we need to define as well as power supply. Already we discussed. Then number of types of instructions. Okay, for different kind of programming, we need different kind of instructions. Okay, so each every PLC companies they will define the so different instruction set. Okay, for example, Siemens they have different instructions. Fanuc they have different instructions. So like that they have. Okay. Okay, depend on the application. Mainly depend on the application. We are selecting the PLC. Okay, this is the unit number 4. So all the topics are we discussed. Okay, let's see overview of PLC. Simply we can say as PLC is here simply that is a processor which is control the industrial application. That's all. So it is same as a processor. It is also having a CPU input and output operations like that they have. Okay, so PLC require different kind of programming. That is ladder programming, instructions programming. Instructions they have registers. That is arithmetic operations, logic operations like that. They have defined. Then timers and counters for define the particular operations on the particular operations on and off like that. They are used timers and counters. Okay, this is a concept. Then ladder diagram to express the without programming. You can add the values to the uh, in a page. You the program will be easily get in the output. This is the concept. Then it will be produce the different applications. So like this here, we are showing the complete module of PLC controller with the different machines. Okay, that is a ground production bin. It is defined with the different conveyors, then storage bins, then dividers, then distributors. So bin levels, that is whether bin is closed. Okay, okay, thank you. We will see in the